The fate of Jesus after his death is a topic that has generated diverse interpretations and teachings over the centuries, both in the Christian tradition and in historical and theological texts. Below, I present a detailed report on the beliefs and narratives related to what happened to Jesus after his crucifixion. 1. Historical and religious context. After the crucifixion of Jesus, the accounts of what happened next vary between the canonical Gospels and other early Christian sources. The New Testament, especially the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, provide the main narratives about the death and resurrection of Jesus. 2. The death of Jesus. According to the Gospels, Jesus was crucified on the orders of Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, and died on the cross. His death is considered a central event in Christian theology, symbolizing the atonement for the sins of humanity. 3. What happened after death? The burial after his death, Jesus' body was removed from the cross and placed in a new tomb belonging to Joseph of Arimathea, a member of the council who had become a follower of Jesus. The burial is an event documented in all four Gospels. 3.2. The descent into hell. One of the beliefs present in some Christian traditions is the descent of Jesus into hell, or Hades. This idea is mentioned in the Apostles' Creed and is interpreted as a moment when Jesus descended into the realm of the dead to preach to the imprisoned spirits. This doctrine is further developed in apocryphal texts and in the Orthodox tradition. 4. The resurrection. 4.1. The third day. On the third day after his death, the Gospels report that Jesus was resurrected. This resurrection is one of the pillars of the Christian faith, symbolizing the victory over death and the promise of eternal life. The appearances of the resurrected Jesus have been documented in several passages. Appearance to Mary Magdalene. In John 20, Jesus appears to Mary, who becomes the first to witness the resurrection. Appearance to the disciples. Jesus appears to his disciples on several occasions, offering them teachings and reaffirming his mission. 5. The Ascension. 40 days after his resurrection, Jesus ascended to heaven in the presence of his disciples, as narrated in Acts of the Apostles 1:9-11. This ascension is seen as the exaltation of Jesus and the promise of his return. 6th conclusion. The fate of Jesus after his death is a rich and multifaceted theme in the Christian tradition. From his burial to his resurrection and ascension, each aspect is fundamental to understanding the Christian faith. Belief in the resurrection is what drives the hope of eternal life among Christians, while the descent into hell, although less discussed, highlights the scope of Jesus' mission. Each of these events is interpreted and celebrated in different ways in the various Christian denominations, but all agree on the centrality of the resurrection to the Christian faith.